Hey Tubies, this is Lovely Counselor. Just kind of wanted to update everyone on my 1-month post-op follow-up with my surgeon. So I went yesterday, which was May the 11th, and I have officially been cleared. I was very excited about this appointment because I knew that my body had made a very good recovery. Haven't had too many struggles with anything, but before I get into all of that, I think the one thing that I went through that kind of really just gave me one bad day was they put me on this gallbladder medicine, Ursula I think it's called, and that medicine was the worst. I had one really bad day where it's so right after I took it, I was in the bathroom for almost like 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. My head was hurting, I was sweating, my stomach was upset. I didn't want to do anything for hours. I pretty much just stayed in the bed. I did kind of text back and forth with Nikki 1985 Heart, and pretty much after I talked to her, of course, you know, she's Miss Inspirational. She gave me some words of encouragement, and after that, I got up and I took a really nice hot shower, let the water run down my neck, which really helped relax me. Made myself some broth and some hot tea, and after that, I didn't have any more bad experiences. So for me, that would be the worst one that I know for a fact I've journaled in my personal diary since I've started this. Yesterday, when I weighed in with Miss Kathy, I have officially lost a total of 40 pounds since April the 11th. They measure it, and they measure your weight loss in percentage of body fat. So I've lost more than what was expected of me, anywhere between 3 to 4 weeks out. So I've lost a total of 19% of my body fat, which is really, really good. I'm hoping that I can keep up the good work. Mostly with the weight loss, I primarily see it in my face and of course around my neck definition. My neck used to be like really, really chunky, and I kind of had 3 to 4 chins. In my opinion, I just have the one chin now, which is a really big change. So I don't know if you all can see, but I don't have the extra double chins. I definitely see it like around my shoulder area and my arm area. And yes, I know my hair is looking crazy. Went to the gym earlier, and then I went and hung out with Miss Penrose 1500, which was really, really good. Before I close out real quickly, I'll tell you guys about that. But again, I still have on my workout clothes. I am a member of Planet Fitness. I started going to Planet Fitness way before I had the surgery. I know in my official first video I shared that I had started preparing myself for this journey. So very happy about the weight loss. They did say that I need to increase my protein. I'm averaging on a daily anywhere between 44 to maybe 50% of the allotted amount of protein that I have to ingest daily, which is a total of between 60 and 75. So the nurse actually encouraged me to try and increase my protein. So what I'm going to do is, instead of doing a jello or pudding or something for a snack, I'm probably going to drink some broth just to get that protein inside of me. I've been doing the Nutrimetrics vitamins. Those are the ones where you take the cap of powder and you mix it in with the water. But I'm thinking I'm gonna look for something different, and I've kind of been just thinking about different ideas of which avenue I can take to do that, because I know I'm gonna be on vitamins for the rest of my life. The reason why I want to change my vitamins is because with the Nutrimetrics, when you mix it in with the water, I have to wait anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes for the foam to die down and to make sure I don't drink the leftover sediment that starts to resurface back up to the top. So that's kind of discouraging for me. I didn't know that it was going to do that, because when I did the sample at one of the support groups I went to, it wasn't like that. So I'm like, did they drain this before they brought it out and started serving it to us? The good part about it, I don't want to discourage anyone from using it, but the good part about it is that it does taste good. I have the citrus flavor one, so for anybody that likes maybe Sierra Mist or even Tang, it's a cross between those two flavors, just to give you an idea of that. When I hung out with Penrose 1500 today, she and I had a wonderful talk. We talked about mothering styles, our jobs, our experiences, life, and one of the things we talked about was when we view people videos or even dialogue with people in some of the Facebook groups we belong to, is, are people really being honest with us, especially about the food and things that you drink? Because as you go through this journey, your taste buds are going to change. Things that you didn't used to like, your taste buds are going to find pleasing. Things that you used to like, your taste buds are going to be like, nah, that doesn't really agree with me. Prime example, ever since I was a little girl, anything great, whether it was now laters, candy, gum, soda, drinks, I love. Well, today I tasted this liquid flavored protein drink. I know I showed it to you guys on my other video. I had the blue raspberry Isopus 40 grams of protein liquid drink, which is really good. Penrose 1500 loves it. Well, today I tried the grape flavor, and I just wanted to rinse my tongue off really fast. I didn't like it, but she likes it, so different strokes for different folks. But one of the bad things I didn't like about my journey was depending on others. I shared it a little bit in a Facebook group. Having people hovering and not knowing how to be supportive and assist you when you ask for it, that was definitely an issue for me. So just want to kind of encourage people that if you have a healthy relationship with your girlfriends, your sisters, maybe even some of your co-workers, just make sure that you're receptive to the support that people try to give you, because being standoffish going through this process is really not a good thing, because there are going to be times that you don't have the strength or the willpower to do a lot of things that you need to do for yourself, and it's definitely nice to know that you have those people there. But the minute you start seeing warning signs of someone being too controlling, I would say have a conversation, start setting some healthy boundaries, because you don't want to be offended, and you definitely don't want to end up having to do everything by yourself. Another thing Penrose and I talked about was preparedness for the surgery. Now, I've had surgery in the past, so it wasn't a physical shock to me. But after my conversation today, I realized that for someone who has never, not once a day in their life, had surgery, that this could be a difficult physical recovery time for them. So I encourage you to hopefully ask people when they're sharing their surgery to be open and honest with you. Talk to your surgeon, your nurse. Ask them to please don't cut any corners with you. If they think you're going to have some difficult pain, be honest and tell you that, because you're trying to prepare yourself mentally and physically as best you can for this process. And there's nothing worse than having surgery and then everything that you thought your experience would be is shattered, because it's nothing like that. For me, again, I had surgery before. I had a C-section. Then I had to have surgery to have some gallstones removed. So it wasn't a shock for me. I did have pain after surgery, but I think later in the day, on my surgery day, I don't know, like I told Penrose 1500, I think it was more so mentally. I told myself I wasn't feeling the pain, so I stopped feeling pain later on that day. There was some pressure. I don't know if the pressure came from me not being able to have a bowel movement and not passing gas. But once I did those two things, that abdominal pressure did lift up. It gradually went away. For sleeping, when I had the drain in, it was definitely challenging because you don't want to run the risk of laying on it and then you forget you have it in and you turn too fast and you possibly rip it out. So I would just sleep in a bra and would tuck it in my bra, and I think a lot of ladies do that. So I would prop the pillows underneath of my back and my neck until I got comfortable enough to actually turn on the opposite side of the drain to sleep comfortably. There was itching around all of my incision sites, mostly where the drain was at, but I noticed that once the drain was pulled, that it didn't itch like that. But what I did while it was itching, because you don't want to scratch it and then it turns all red and whatever else, so I would take my fingers and I would just kind of like pat around the incision sites, or I would take some frozen vegetables out of the freezer and I would wrap it and then I would lay it across my stomach, and the coldness, it works wonders. And I know I saw that a long time ago when I was watching a special about emphysema, how you could stop that itchy and burning feeling. So when I remembered that, I quickly came downstairs and got some frozen vegetables, wrapped it in a towel and just laid it on my stomach. So that helped out. So make sure you're getting facts about what to expect about your surgery, the stay in the hospital, and the stay upon discharge from the hospital. Those things are going to be important. Don't buy a lot of things far as broths and everything. You probably can take maybe, depending on where you shop at, I encourage you, if you have a Dollar Tree, a Dollar Smart, Dollar General near you, go there, especially if it carries food. You can take $20, $30 and get everything you need, because really your body's not gonna, well, not your body, but your new pouch is not gonna hold a lot. So don't spend a lot of money on food. Get the necessary vitamins and stop there, because your body's gonna go through a change. Don't go out and buy a lot of clothes. I haven't bought any clothes yet. Actually, I just took 3 pair of dress pants to the cleaners today to get them altered because I've lost weight, so I have to get them taken in. We talked about the change in taste buds, what to expect during surgery, depending on others, the vitamins, weight loss, and my post-op. So I said I was going to share with you a little bit my day with Penrose 1500. So today, you know, when I called to check on her, I was actually home and she was sharing with me like, oh, you know, Nicole, I don't like this. I don't like this protein. My taste buds do not really care for the milk-based protein, so I totally understood where she was coming from. So team support to the rescue. I gathered up some little things and I put in a bag, and she had her little taste testing sample, which was really funny to watch her light up like a Christmas tree when she drank the 40 grams of blue raspberry protein drink. And I'm so proud of her, because as we talked and she was drinking, and I was like, oh, I'm so proud of you. Like, you just drank that whole bottle, and you can't beat that. 40 grams in one bottle. You could actually drink 1.5 of them, and that's all of your protein right there. So again, we sat in her kitchen and we just talked and we laughed and we shared, and then we went for a little ride. I told her where the drinks came from, so we went out to Glen Burnie to the vitamin shop, and she got her some drinks, and it was a nice little ride. She had a little pillow and we just enjoyed ourselves. So I also want to say, don't let having a surgery stop you from living. You know you have to take it easy. If you're riding with someone, carry a pillow with you to support the front of your stomach, and ask the driver as best he or she can to avoid the bumps. And we took the Beltway, you know, and it wasn't a problem for me. The Beltway tends to be more smoother. The track is more consistent, so it's less brakes, because the brakes when you're stopping, it kind of jogs you frontwards, and I didn't want her to feel pain, but she enjoyed the ride. Trying to think of what else I can share with you all. I feel like I'm constantly repeating myself again. I'm not really good at these video things, but anyway, we had a really nice time. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with her again tomorrow. So hopefully you all have networked and linked up with some people that are serious about this process and are genuinely supportive of one another. If not, and you're in the Baltimore area, hit me up in my inbox. I don't have a problem giving you my number or anything so that we can be supportive of one another. The only thing that I ask is that be serious. I've had a lot of people that wanted to link up, but then when they make plans to either walk by the water, go to the gym, or just get out of the house, I'm sitting there and I'm waiting. So that's just not cool. You know, if you can't do something or you don't want to, I'd rather you just say that. But again, I'm here to be supportive of anyone who really wants to support. And even if you're not local in the Baltimore, Maryland area, you can be in Kansas City. If you still want to exchange numbers, email back and forth, whatever we can do to be supportive of one another, I want to do that. Because I want all of us, not just myself, but I want all of us to be very successful with this. As always, I look forward to viewing everyone's journey videos. I hope you'll subscribe to me, and without saying, I'm definitely gonna subscribe to you. If you have any questions, anything you would like me to discuss, any questions you want to ask me about my personal experience, no question is taboo. At this point, I'm an open book. I initially at first was a little apprehensive about sharing it, but hey, this is a gift that God has given doctors, the ability to do such a surgery at such a needed time with the obesity rate in Americans going up, that I'm just thankful. And if my testimony can be of assistance to someone else, I said to myself, how could I not share it? So until next time, tubies, take care, love yourself, enjoy your process, journal your process, but more importantly, stay the course. Bye.